Apparently, I am live, and it looks like the sound's working. I hate this fucking microphone. There's two people watching. I know I'm not going to get a lot of watchers right away. And if, hang on one second. I'm on my MacBook, so it's a pain in the butt. If I've snapped at you tonight, I apologize. Seriously, I do. I'm in one of those moods now. I don't like when people deliberately go out that have been insulting you. I mean, saying heinous things about you and try to damage other people's stuff. And then say, well, I'm going to take it out of your pocketbook. I'll hit you where it hurts. You're not hitting me where it hurts. I'm not like this guy. I'm not on Social Security disability only. Nor am I on Social Security at all. But everybody's got to be a wise guy, huh? somebody, I think it was Chris, but Dave's live and angry. Yeah, I am a little angry. It's true. You know, I put in my dues. I think Alan and I mainly have put in our dues. The only person that's got as much time doing this stuff is Seth on Seth in the City. Seth in the City. I just fucked that one up. Jason, I didn't mean to change your channel into Seth's channel. Seth Styles. I'd say we've put in our dues times 300. We learned together how to make and manage a channel, despite, tons of backlash, tons of resistance, minor setbacks, subterfuge on the part of JLB, by planting a guy on our channel that was reporting back to him for no reason. We didn't have any beef with JLB. Threats, like that avatar. You name it. We did it. We overcame these problems. And the only people that, in fact, the guy that struck my channel, all I did was we interviewed a person who wanted to give their opinion about people getting ripped off and scammed. Right? I'm not going to say the subject out loud. Apparently, it's a strikeable offense to say anything. But you would know him as a guy that hides behind a tree or sits on a chair with a bad autofocus. All we did was interview a woman. Oh, by the way, Riff Raff Radio 2 WTF Saturday night, Holly Dunn. Holly Dunn. So, you wanna badmouth me and say horrible things and threaten me and stuff like that? Holly Dunn. Baby. And then another guy came out and said, hey, I was one of the guys that paid into his little scam, and I know he scammed with the money I gave him. And he wanted to be interviewed. And this dude was just none the wiser about it for like 6 months, I think, or something like that. And we just carried on our merry own way, and we were joking around and bullshitting and talking the whole time and stuff like that. And we brought on a few people. We took a few people off, and we were the go-to channel for a while. And then one day, somebody tipped him off to it. I don't know, maybe it was Freaked him or somebody. And he freaked out. He's like, argh! But he didn't know how to insult people at the time. He'd leave comments like boring, stuff like that. and threaten people and everything else. And what he was really doing was getting excited. I would speculate even sexually excited that people were paying attention to him because he's a lonely guy. And when he wasn't getting the hits from being an angry dude, because he was mad at the world at the time, because I remember him doing a video where he was going to take that big telephoto lens and shove it up everybody's ass. So first of all, he wasn't going to sanitize the lens. Then he was going to fit it big lens first up people's asses. I mean, what the hell is that? He's mad because he got caught. It's typical of sociopaths to be angry when they're caught in a lie and to deflect instead of saying, okay, I'm wrong. Can you please help me? Which leads me to believe the guys like Swagger, not Swagger, is it Swagger? Who's the one that got caught with the prostitutes? Doesn't really matter. Right? He's got on TV, says, God's forgiven me. Why won't you forgive me, my flock? And all this dumb shit. Leads me to believe that guy probably wasn't a sociopath. He was just a misguided soul. The great Martin Luther King had an affair. The FBI tried to use it against him, and he said, go ahead. That's a righteous man. A man that can admit when he was wrong and doesn't try to cover it up. Not a guy that's indignant and pissed off all the time and saying that other people are pissed off all the time. The sad part is it's even less than that. He was gone. No one was paying attention to him. So he started trolling again. And he started trying to strike channels again. And he thinks that he's like doing I don't know if he thinks he's doing something righteous or if he's, just that angry and he actually thinks that he's being physical with us by doing this. Whatever it is, I don't know. But it's just the nail in the coffin for this guy. I mean, this is all he's got left. Seriously, this is really all he's got left. Oh, I see. So, Tons of Fun has a live show. Of course he does have a live show going on right now. Why should that surprise me? So I guess I'll stop this show since I just don't have the viewership right now. There's no sense in keeping it going. Nobody's going to listen. But I'm sure he knows that I have something going on right now, or he wouldn't be on right now. That's another guy. That is mediocrity supreme. A guy that takes other people's personalities and uses them for his own views. That's what we're dealing with a lot of these guys. They don't want to earn it, and that's what I was trying to get at the beginning. We did the groundwork. We figured out how to talk and how to try and entertain people and how to keep people informed and how to keep the community informed and do our part. And then people come along and they're like, look at me, I can be an idiot while other people do all the heavy lifting for me. Look at me. So, that's fine. We got plenty of time to do this. It's not a rush. It's no problem. I'll go ahead and sign off now. I don't even need to be here right now. I'm a little annoyed that this is as good as it gets. Not with y'all, but with the way things are going right now. There's a guy out there that's just trying to harm people's channels, and I guess he thinks he's harming their livelihood, but he's not. Well, at least not in my case, he's not. I make no money at this. That's what's funny about all this. I think this cat had this grand plan. He's going to make $1 million a year doing YouTube. Well, guess what? Here's a news flash. You're not. Not doing the crap that you do. This idea that you're even going to pull in $100 a month is just complete bunk. So if you really believe that you're taking things out of people's pockets by getting strikes on channels, you're a fool. You're a fool. The only person that you're hurting in the long run is yourself, because you're focusing the wrong kind of attention on your channel. That's it. It's not clever. It's not smart. You know, you claim that I'm an angry guy and I'm just one heartbeat away from a heart attack and all this stuff. I'm not the one that's in my late 70s or whatever and always upset and caustic all the time. When I come on and do my thing and there's like a little rant or something, it's for entertainment. Newsflash, it's false indignance. And I think people understand that by now. That I'm not like, you motherfuckers, I'm really angry, and I gotta tell you, I confronted this guy on Facebook, and it's nothing like that at all. It's a way of entertaining people, and the fact that I have to explain that to this individual is just sad. Can't get a. Oh, you're talking about him. I'm talking about the chair, but yeah, he's a special case also. Yeah, personal friend of mine talked to me about that guy. He said, Dave, that's all that guy has, man. He's gonna die in 10 years, you know, look at him. And I'm like, you know, I don't want that to happen to anybody. Back to the tree, to the chair. He probably won't ever understand, but he needs to go away. He needs to go somewhere else and be a miscreant somewhere else where he'll be appreciated as such. Not here so that he can get the negative attention that he craves because his kid won't talk to him. That's not my fault. You have to be the person to repair the breach when something like that happens. It's not my fault, and it's not some way of living vicariously through me and making me your kid by getting my attention that you so much crave. That's not my fault. I'm not your kid. Okay? When you have a falling out with your child, you talk to your child. You make them understand that you're there for them and that you love them and that you'll do what you can for them. And you make concessions sometimes. But the one thing that you don't do is compromise everything for people. And I wish I could make people understand that. My wife apologized for not doing anything wrong because she wanted to keep harmony in the house with her sister one time. And I said, why? Why are you apologizing? Hey, guys. Why are you apologizing to your sister? Well, I just got to keep the peace. No. You don't apologize. If she stomps off and goes and chismises or whatever, fuck her. Tell her she can come back when she says, I'm sorry. And Americans are notorious for this too. They'll apologize and swallow their anger when they haven't done anything wrong. I will not do that. I will make concessions. But I'm not going to apologize if I haven't done anything wrong. I don't know if that makes any sense or not. And I suspect that's why the guy's angry, is he gave away the farm, and in doing so, he got nothing in return for it from his kid, and he's just a lonely, bitter old man. In which I feel sorry for him, but I'm not in a very forgiving mood right now, given the fact that he thinks that he's doing something righteous. And he's not. No one's talking about him. But he's determined to be in the center of everything and be the most notorious person in the world. He had Bud Brown in support of him. I'm going to go tell Bud Brown the kind of person he is, and I'm going to point out the videos where he said stuff about people. Bud Brown doesn't like all this negativity. I can promise you. Bud Brown doesn't have time for trolling. You know, get a laugh out of this, man. Think about this for a second. Could you imagine Bud Brown in there under some other name, like, I don't know, Molly Mobile 666 or something like that, trolling on other people's channels saying, yeah, I'll bet your wife doesn't like you because you got a tiny one. Oh, you know, Bud Brown doesn't do that. You heard Bud got robbed. Maybe he did. I don't know. But you know Bud's not trolling. Bud's not going to like knowing that this guy's doing this kind of stuff. At the very least, he'll just ignore said palm tree. Because the funny thing is, he's one of these guys that wants you to be angry at him and talk about him, but it hurts him at the same time. And he pretends like he can take it, but if he can take it, why is he out striking channels? Why is he out flagging videos? Why is he using my first name in his videos and calling me dickless and a piece of shit and all this other stuff? You know? Senility? Toxicity? You decide that on your own. That'd be hilarious, man. Bud Brown's just this guy with anger issues. You see Bud in there. You know what? This is not going to work. This will not. The dude will not abide. You know, you just see him all angry there with them big old white teeth and those glasses, and the thick ass glasses. You can think Bud's cheesy, or you can, you know, whatever, but nobody hates Bud. I mean, you know who hates Bud? People like Freakton. I don't watch Bud because it's too bubblegumish for me, but it's not bad. He's never do anything bad. If anything, he's too tolerant. Somebody ripped off my wife over here and came back and said, sorry, I don't have the money. I'd probably fucking shoot him. Or at the very least, tell him off. But Bud's highly tolerant of this kind of stuff. Hey, what's up? Now, on the flip side of this, you got a bunch of bored, angry, old, depressed men, and I'm not talking about y'all. I'm talking about these guys that have enough time that they can insult people and try to tear people down. They've been scamming people. And like I said, how is it confirmed that he's dead? Somebody please tell me how it's confirmed that he's dead. I just saw this in the chat. Who confirmed it? Big Kevin? Is he the county coroner for Armida or something like that? And if he is dead, it's nothing to celebrate. It's a terrible day for anybody that dies, but yeah, it's probably best. He didn't have anything to say anyway. Just a bunch of chismis and gossip. Fazio? Who are we talking about? Who are we talking about? Did he really just say that Fazio was dead? Is he like the guy on Anchorman? It just reads anything they put up on the cue card? Is that the problem? See, this is typical. Hemi's here. I'll tell you what he's going to do. He's going to piss off Fazio again, and Fazio's going to make him a pariah. And I'll give Fazio some tips on that one, too, if he does. I'm about tired of some of this dumb shit, man. Unearned interest. Unearned interest. Not doing your dues. You hear these guys going around, they try to get the most extreme guest on their show, and that's it. That's the only thing that they do. They don't do the legwork themselves. They don't monitor their own channels, which reminds me, I am remiss in not putting my moderators out there. There we go. Those are the ones I remember right off the top of my head. And Chris and Sabu. Okay, there we go. There are 4 people with the wrench right now. Yeah, I saw the Freakton video, R.I.P. Hobo. I actually listened to that. I understand the angle that Freakton's taking on this, but it's not entirely correct. No, they don't have any proof of it at all. It's all a bunch of bullshit and speculation predicated on discussions and chismis. I understand the angle that Freakton's taking on this. He's saying, well, the community's lost a guy that, yeah, you did watch it. You were in the comments. Yes, you did. Absolutely, you did. I was just over there watching the video. I saw your comment. Whatever. It doesn't bother me one way or the other. That Mr. Van Dever was a guy that didn't paint the Philippines as a bed of roses, as this painted rosy picture of the Philippines. Okay. If that's the way you want to spin this, is that's what he was doing, was he was countering all the other Philippine vlogs, fine. But you know what? It's a fucking lie. There are plenty of people that have said things that people didn't agree with about the Philippines. I can cite one right here, and forgive me, but I'm going to do this. Chris and Sabu has said things, and they're not criticizing or demeaning to the Philippines, but he said stuff that was just the truth sometimes, and people get mad. And he takes fallout, and we try to provide him top cover sometimes on stuff like that. I don't like that. If somebody's being honest, why are you going to go after them? But when you're being dishonest and you're saying stuff like, you know, all Filipinos are this, and this is a bar girl, is a bar girl, is a bar girl, and all this stuff, that's not being honest. That's just creating controversy and making people mad. Freakton is just upset because he got ran down by some girl. That's all. It's very apparent in the way that he talks. They're all scammers. They're all this. They're all that. No, sir. You met one and fell in love or something, and she ripped your heart out, lit it on fire, and pissed on it to put it out. It happens. If you're stupid. Move on. But he can't let it go. That's why he hates everyone here. That's it. It's very apparent to me. That's why he hates everybody here. Now, y'all, this is going to be a channel that's kind of like my other channel. It's the same as my other channel. We're going to just talk about topics of the day and stuff like that. It's going to be the same old shit. So don't think anything's going to change. But every once in a while, we gotta air this dirty laundry. Now, I'm getting ready to go on the road tomorrow, and I'm hoping that I'm going to have coverage on the road. But I don't know. So I'm going to get this off my chest right now so I don't take it on vacation with me. You see how quick everybody was to jump, all these miscreants were to jump on the bandwagon about this whole. It is a good turnout, and thanks, guys, for showing up. You're absolutely right. It is a great turnout for a first one. I was about to shut it down because we started going down to 3. I'm like, all right, fuck it. Then I decided to keep talking. You see these other miscreants, they're out there talking about Van Dever and saying that he's dead and stuff like that. I don't know where Van Dever is. He could be in jail. He could be just in the hospital. He could be just out of pesos for the little arcade type machines they have. And he's been put on alert by a lot of people for these video or these internet cafes. So who knows? Of course that's what's happening, Papa. That's exactly what's happening, is all the shit channels are jumping on the lies. And I don't want to do that here. Because it's another example of what happened when the first time Fazio was pronounced dead by 5 different people. You had Mr. Excitement over there from North Texas. Hey, guess what? Guess what? Guess what? You know that Mike Fazio's dead. And I'm like, et tu, Brute? Die then, Caesar. No, I was shocked. And he tried to get me to bite on it. And I was like, uh-huh. Thank you. From what subpar source? And you're watching both shows. Okay. That's fine with me. So I'm shocked that people are actually buying into this, what is a potential rumor, and that they're doubling down and saying that Fazio's gone again too. Through the secret contacts porter. And he tried whispering it to me, and I unfriended him, man, because I didn't want the negativity. And he tried again to get me to buy into the fact that the chair has a hit taken out on it. He sent it to me in a comment, and I'm like, doubtful. Yeah, there's a bunch of guys that are taking a hit out on him. I'm like, whatever. You know, that's not productive. And you're not going to get me to say it. Not in any seriousness. Because it's just not true. I'm always shocked at what people are willing to believe. Some of the most far-fetched shit gets tossed around like so many fucking bags of oranges on the Los Angeles freeway. Is that a good enough analogy for you? People just lick it up, man, and I think the reason they do is they like the controversy. Well, I'm sure that's why they do it, actually. If it's true, great. You know, it's not great, but they've got the scoop. Good for them. Congratulations. You struck a blow for Jabba Khan. But in doing so, look, Sir Liner's here. What's up? Yeah, exactly. It's more BS being spewed by a troll. First it was Peter, now it's Fazio. It's ridiculous. And if you're buying into the bullshit, man, I mean, my God. I got asked by about 12, 13 people. I think it was like 13 people on Facebook. Peter Dad is Peter Dad is Peter Dad. I'm like, how would I know? What are you insinuating? I don't have time to go pay him a visit. I'm busy doing productive things. He's disappeared. He's gone. If he's dead, I'm sorry. But I don't think he is. I think he just is broke. Or he's gone. Maybe he's in another country. I mean, someone tell me. I don't have time to track this dude, man. Not right now. He's irrelevant. That's why I'm interested in. Again, here we go again. People are upset about the whole fucking Tompo thing again. This guy says, "Tell her don't let the door hit you in the ass with a U on the way out." And I go, "Great, another retarded expat." He goes, "No, I'm not. I'm actually quite educated and would not put up with the Filipino childish ways." Very good. And another guy, "Perfect answer. I would tell her to pack her shit and go, or learn how to act like a human. I don't put up with that crap either." And then my man says, "Doesn't seem well thought out or informed. Cultural differences, blah, blah." And then the guy repeats his thing. We're not exactly dealing with scientists here, guys. You think the C-130 came and got him? No, he's jumping between shows, JR is. This is how he gets his jollies, guys. Remember the old days when he was predictable? You had Psychosis to smooth everything over. You had Hemi for all the hateful comments and Numbers for the angry comments. Baggy out life, Eric. I owe you an apology. I'm sorry. I was mad. Hopefully you'll forgive me. I don't like getting unwarranted problems on my channels, man. It really makes me angry for no reason at all. For none. It had nothing to do with this guy. But his comment came minutes before the video went down. He's on a special mission. President Trump sent him there. It's always the same thing, man. Oh, I see that Bama's on also. Wow. The whole gang is on, man. I got to see this Bama thing real quick while I'm on here. Oh, look at. He's live and he's got a drink. He's got 23 people watching. Let's see how much Special Ed has watching right now. Special Ed has. You remember, guys, this is a contest. Please don't stop watching me. He's got 21. He's beating me. I've got 20 people watching. Oh my god. Oh my god. Still, Eric, it was wrong of me to get all snippy. My wife was talking to me earlier today. She said, "You've been biting people's heads off all day." And I said, I stopped and I thought about it. I said, you know what? You're right. I need to take a breather. And it wasn't because I was angry either. It's because I'm ramping up to go on vacation and I'm going somewhere, sketchy. Not for the first 2 days, but soon. Who bought him the drink? You bought him the drink with your Patreon support. No, I'm kidding. Let's all go give BJ a $20 Patreon thing and ignore Special Ed's Patreon thing. Jordan needs it more. Jordan's always one tic-tac away from starving. Special Ed's not starving, I can assure you. I can assure you. He's from visual appearances. But Bama, on the other hand, is looking a little frail. Yeah, that's the other thing, man. People buying him loads all the time. Rona came to me and she says on Facebook, she says, "David, he came to me and he wanted to load for his phone." I said, "So he's harassing OFWs for loads?" What do I tell him? I said, "You fucking tell him no, Rona." Rona's like a little sister to me, kind of. And she said, "I give him load, David." I said, don't do that. Don't do that, Rona. Yeah, Bama did that. No shit. I was pissed at her, man. I was more mad at her than I was at him. I felt bad for her, man. This poor woman's over there busting her ass from freaking early morning until late at night. You guys all gave him a load. You bastards. In his face. The angry kind of load. It's like a porn video, man. I remember one time they flipped on this porn. It was like, I guess it was 89. We were in the barracks and this woman's, it was very predictable too. This woman's in a restaurant. She's like, "And I want cream chicken on the menu." And this guy goes in the kitchen, pulls his pants down, aims at the chicken, goes, "I'll give you some cream chicken, bitch." And I'm like, oh my God. And then you want to know, did they actually serve the sperm chicken? Because some sick shit goes on in some of those freaking things, man. They probably have a low budget. Like, "Ma'am, you're going to have to eat this chicken because we don't have another piece of chicken to give you." It's okay, just give me some more smack. He has none. No. And he'd probably take you up on it too. Although you'd have to roll the guy in flour to find the hole. Wow. I gotta tell you. I see the Bogan's on also. just in case you wanted to know. I can't believe. Huh, I see what's going on. Never mind. All right, so this is... Yeah, exactly. I saw that he was over there doing that. I think that's pretty clever. This is the channel. This is a live channel from now on. Okay. I don't have any other channels, so this is it. This is where I'll do my broadcasts. I'll bring people on and all that other happy horse shit. I'll bring Aloe on. I'll bring Eric on. Popeye, Dickens if he wants to come on. Hell, I'll even bring on BJ Jordan. And I'll grill him about why he got a load from Rona. Because that's just... I don't like hearing stuff like that, man. I remember when I was dating my wife in the UAE, and she texted me and she said, I'm coming over right now. She was still living with her cousins, but she'd come over and have dinner with me. And she said, do you want me to bring you anything? And I thought, she was just being polite. And I said, yeah, I'd like a 6-pack of Heineken. And could you bring some condoms? 20 minutes later, my wife was ringing the doorbell, my girlfriend at the time, with a 6-pack of Heineken and a pack of Durex crappy condoms. I love my wife so much. She's absolutely the sweetest little gem on the planet. She really is. And that just goes to show you the relationship that we have. And I didn't understand... Oh, yeah. As soon as I finish this broadcast, which will probably be within the next half hour, actually less, maybe 20 minutes, go straight over to Baguette Life's channel, and Popeye and Eric will be on, and I'll be in the chat listening while I get my last few things done. I'm trying to pack light, but women, man. Women's. She packed one of my giant Samsonite duffel bags that's probably 4 tons worth of shit for a 12-day trip. And we still have to take the playpen, the stroller, the car seat, and a separate bag because somebody wants my camera to use for the wedding and everything else. Women, when we were in Italy, we had a giant suitcase on rollers. I'm talking a giant hard shell suitcase on rollers and one of my heavy duffel bags. And we both had our backpacks, and she had a carry-on and her purse. And this Italian inspector says, why do you have so much stuff? And I go, shit, I don't know any Italian. I go, womano, no, pacchio, lato. No, I didn't really say that. I said, women, man. Come on, Popeye show, yay. You saw what she packed for Baguio? Yeah, exactly. She packs the whole house. Went to training today in a hotel that had a shrine of condoms. I would be caught off guard also. This is in Inner Mongolia. And what does that mean exactly? Does that literally mean a shrine of condoms, or does that mean that, there were just condoms everywhere? You ever been at a Japanese businessman hotel before? I didn't know what I was staying in down in Oki. There were pornographic comics all over the stairs, man. Just stacks of them. Hentai. Stacks of them. And my now ex says, let's bring one to the room and check it out. I'm like, she's got the hooties. Let's go get the comic. We flipped it open and we saw some weird shit. And we're like, tossed it out in the hall. The real thing's better. Shrine o' condoms. A used condom shrine. I'm slowly getting all the anger and path cutting out of my system right now. I was annoyed pretty badly, but I got the channel fixed. Guys like Dick Insider and a couple others have promoted my channel on Facebook and on here and in Discord as well, so I appreciate it. I expect we'll be right around the regular level in the future soon, which is why I wanted people to quickly cross promote it if they felt like it, if they could, because I don't want us to lose anything that we've already gained. I hate starting over again, but if we could start over this well, where we got 19 watching on the first episode, thanks. It's not about me. It's about us having some place to be entertained. I know a few people have said, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I'm like, well, I got this spare channel here I'm not using, so I'll just use this. It's not a problem. I don't foresee any real hiccups here. It was all over the Riff Raff radio video on Dave's Ponderings. That's what this was about. Which was, I guess it was a controversial video. I didn't think it was that bad, actually. But, you know, I've appealed that one, and we'll just go from there. I'm going to tell you something that's disturbing, y'all. I went to flip on Atheism is Unstoppable 2, which was his main channel now, that he had just gotten back a few months ago, and it's gone. They took it down. I can't stand the politically correct path that's going on right now. There's going to be nothing. I like different channels for different reasons. Like, there's the channel, Here's History, I think is the name of it. What it is, it's a follow-on channel with Indy Nidell from the Great War Channel. And it's really good. And there's simple history, and there's something history and all this stuff. Okay, I like that kind of stuff. And I like the Townsends. They do the colonial cooking channel in the United States. And I like educational stuff too. But when I want to hear edgy stuff, I want to hear Atheism is Unstoppable. I want to hear Styx Hexenhammer. And I want to hear Tommy Sotomayor. One of Tommy's channels, he's deleted all the videos or hidden them because he's worried, I think. And I'm going to tell you something really intricate about Tommy Sotomayor's channel. Do you know that channel, TNN Raw? 1, 2, and 3? I noticed a bunch of white people commenting in the comments section on the channel. You're right on, Tommy. You're right on, Tommy. Good job, Tommy. I'm going to tell you something, y'all. If that's how you think of Tommy's videos, is that he's doing it for you, you're wrong. Sotomayor is doing it for his own people. He's doing it because he wants his people to be better. He's not doing it to make fun of black women. He's doing it because he's embarrassed. He's just like, y'all, we could be better. I love black women, but you this and that. That's what he means. He's not doing it so that every white person can go, good job, Tommy. You're doing a great thing, Jim. You know, I feel the same way. Well, okay, good for you. Congratulations. But that's not, it's not for you. If you want to listen and do a thumbs up, you know, and have some stupid comment, I guess go ahead, but it's not for you. Styx is worried his channel's going to go down. Atheism is Unstoppable 2 just went down for violations. I'm going to ask you a question. Alex Jones' channel got a strike, right? And a couple other channels got a strike. Do you think CNN would get a strike? Do you believe that bullshit? Do you think CNN would get even one strike? I guarantee no matter what they put up, and they put up some bullshit, they'll never get a strike. Bandwagon jump. Yeah, exactly. Channels like CNN, MSNBC, the Young Turks, they'll never get a strike. The Young Turks are racist as fuck. The Young Turks are out there bashing white people left and right. I mean, it doesn't get any shittier than the way that they talk and bash white people. Anytime there's a shooting and they can pin it to a white person, the Young Turks is on top of it, man. Anytime it's anybody else, well, we don't have any. We don't like to show pictures of the shooter because that's what that fat fuck sounds like. Pisses me off, man, the double standards on here. And if Styx's channel goes down, I'm going to be fucking furious. And that's all I'm going to be, because what can I do about it? YouTube's still a privately owned company. You know, it gives the illusion that there's freedom of speech, but there's not. You know what it's going to end up being? A bunch of top 5 videos and left-wing lies. And virtue signaling and, you know, all that shit. Young Turks is shit. Young Turks is crap. And that's one of the reasons I like Atheism is Unstoppable, is he calls them out. Devin Tracy, he calls them out all the time. Now, Young Turks, they're bad. They don't like white people. There's no reason to hate any particular group of people when there are plenty of individuals to not like. Yeah, Styx is on Vimeo. Freedom of trash, yeah. Well, I think Popeye, ultimately that's what's going to happen is they're going to turn YouTube into like a CNN type thing. You'll have your education videos, your top 10 videos, kitten videos, baby videos. Oh, I saw one, 2 Filipinas dancing. When I signed on to this channel and I went to it, they had 1 million hits, one video, and comments were disabled because there were about 300,000 dislikes. The girl was cute, but Filipina ladies, there ain't nothing there to shake, okay? Guys like you for other reasons. Stop it with the twerking and stuff. It's not sexy. You ain't built that way. It's another reason that guys like you, and that's the Filipino men. I'm sure they don't even like that shit. I saw a girl here in the Boxed Up restaurant. She was probably 12, and she was bent over showing her butt for the camera, and they were taking pictures of her. They were these little students, and they were just acting stupid. And I said, hey, go do that somewhere else. And they're like that, all embarrassed. I'm like, we're exporting the worst parts of our culture to the rest of the world. We're exporting the absolute shittiest parts of our culture to the rest of the world, and they're eating it up. This is what the youth think the United States is about. Is showing your butt. It's not sexy. And I'm going to tell you something else. They're a lot of the young, the male youth in our country aren't watching it either. Bubba in the Philippines shows real news. I agree. At least it's entertainment. I think it should be getting more views than it is. I guess it bothers me, and maybe it's because I'm old. I don't know that it bothers me that these girls are dancing this way and stuff like that. It's not impressive to me that you have to put on padding under your shorts so that you look like you've got hits in the butt, and padding on your chest so you look like you got a chest. It doesn't do it for me. Okay? It does it for me if the girl's, German descent or Polish descent or something where the shit's real, right? You like different types of women and different body structures for different reasons. James Williams, my man. I think that Freakdom is just trying to stoke the fires a little bit and flush him out for his own benefit so he can get him on there, if I were to speculate. I really do. I don't like watching Filipinas trying to do. I get the like hip hop dancing and stuff like that. That's fine. Everybody does that. The whole world does it now. When I saw the Korean women doing it, I knew that everybody was doing it. But the twerking and all the the sex moves and stuff like that, ladies, you're fine the way you are. Okay. You need validation from every male from all over the world. There's some gorgeous women in this country. In fact, there are too many gorgeous women in this country. So many that they don't have a milestone. They don't have a yardstick to measure by. It's like going to Iceland. It's like Attack of the Clones in Iceland, man. How many gorgeous redheads can you see in Iceland? Millions. It's another Fozzie. It's got to be another Fazio hoax. It has to be. You come to the Philippines, I mean, you see varied-looking women, but there's plenty of gorgeous chicks no matter where you go. Somebody asked me if the women were better looking in Davao. I'm like, they're the same everywhere. They look the same. There's a lot of pretty ones, and there's some goofy-looking ones. What do you want? Find you one that you can get along with. That's what's important. Not what other people think. If you're looking. Bjork's fine as fuck. What are you talking about? I'll tell you what, man. If Bjork wasn't with that Goldie dude, man, I'd have scooped her little ass up too. Yeah, like she'd have me. Bjork is smoking hot. She has a gorgeous, beautiful face. There's a lot of. You can sit here and talk all night about celebrities that I want to bang. She's one of them. Yeah, I think Bjork's beautiful. I think Avril Lavigne's beautiful. She just needs to keep her teeth. She needs to fix her teeth. You know who was really hot back in the day? It was Jewel. You remember Jewel? That Canadian chick? And she's just like a normal broad, too. Everybody acts like she's all deep and shit. She gets up on the VMAs and she's like, they're all, yes! God, guys, shut up. I got to talk. Yeah, they are crazy women. I was telling May, she was saying, well, so-and-so from Denmark's coming here. I said, I'm going to tell you something. Denmark is not, Scandinavia is not like the rest of Europe. They have a different mindset. They have different everything there. They're not like Americans. They don't react the same. They don't talk the same. They're not Germans. They're just different. She's from Alaska. I thought she was Canadian. That's interesting. I had no idea. Okay. That's been verified twice. Yeah. Jewel was. She's still very hot. You know what? You guys are going to kick my ass. Alanis Morissette. I still think she looks good. She's weird looking, but I still love her. there's a lot of the northern side of the country. You see a lot of these kind of gorgeous chicks, man. Shania Twain. Who's going to argue that one? Jogging my memory. Oh, I just saw that a new Lara Croft movie's coming out. It's gonna have a different chick in it. Does anybody disagree with me that Angelina Jolie isn't the most iconic version of Lara Croft, Tomb Raider? I saw the poster. It's a new chick. She's good looking, but she doesn't look like Lara Croft to me. I think that Angelina Jolie is Lara Croft. I just don't see how it could be anybody else. There's certain roles that were just the people that acted it are made for the character. Grungy fine? You don't like her? I don't know why I like Alanis Morissette, man. I just do. I always have. I mean, there's nothing particularly fascinating about her at all. One I didn't like was Sheryl Crow, but I like her songwriting. I think she's really good. And one of the guys on the Alaskan Frontier. Oh, that's a TV show, I take it? Because the Alaskan Frontier is a big place. Natalie Merchant. I liked Natalie Merchant. Everybody's like, oh my God, she's so earthy looking. Yeah, I know. That's the allure. She's earthy looking. So what? I said I like different women for different reasons. I like Sade back in the 80s, man. She was Nigerian. Gorgeous woman. Whitney Houston back in the day, man. Tell me you didn't love Whitney before she got all fucked up on crack. Absolutely beautiful woman. So the show's Alaska last for okay. Exactly. She go down on you in a theater. Well, I don't imagine that Natalie Merchant's back is hot now. Susan Day. You know what, though, Jeffy? Susan Day was even hot in the 80s and the 90s. What was she on? Was she on LA Law? She was on something. Or maybe it was ER. I can't remember. Susan Day was on something. She was Lori Partridge in the Partridge Family. And she was beautiful as Lori Partridge. She was probably underage, but Carly Simon. Carly Simon's another one, man. Beautiful woman. LA Law, that's it, yeah. Susan Day was smoking hot, man. I mean, she grew into the part. You know who else was some of it was around before her was Michelle Phillips. She was on one of the other shows also, and even in her 40s, women these days age much more gracefully in the United States thanks to medicine and everything. I'm sure that's going to go downhill as we keep having heroin problems. But we hit a peak where women into their 50s they're aging very gracefully. Katie Lang, the Canadian Crusher. You're cracking me up. Olivia Newton-John's another one, yeah. Who was I talking about? Michelle Williams of Mamas and the Papas. How did that much good genetic material produce Mackenzie Phillips? Sorry, she's dead. We should be respectful. Marsha Brady. So yeah, she was too. We talked about Phoebe Cates the other day. Absolutely. Marsha Brady. She was on a TV show. She was on 2 episodes of a TV show called Herman's Head on the original Fox, back when Fox TV was edgy. And she was Herman's girlfriend, Liza Minnelli. You're making me cringe over here. And she was, I mean, even in her, and then she got fat, but then she slimmed down again, and she still looks hot. I don't know what she looks like right now. Eve Plum, Marsha, Jan Brady, smoking hot chick later in life too. No, I'm teasing. I don't care about stuff like that. I watch zit popping videos. Doesn't get any more gross than that. Kylie Minogue, yeah. Oh yeah. Stacey Dash, another one, yeah. Why is this a fag hag? There's a lot of fag hags in Hollywood. I hate to tell you. I'm trying to think if there's anybody else that really stands out. What's her name? The one with that plays the assassin on the Marvel series. She's smoking hot in the Marvel series, but I think she's boring as fuck in everything else. No, I'm sorry. I can't do the Joan Jett thing. She's so blech. I've never thought she was very great at anything. I bought her first album. Mackenzie isn't Michelle's daughter? I didn't know that. I thought Mackenzie Phillips was Michelle's daughter. I'm learning something. China Phillips is. Okay. Wilson Phillips fame. Oh, okay. Mackenzie's dead, man. She died of a drug overdose, I guess. She ratted out her dad, too, man. She busted him out big. Apparently, old John Phillips was a complete pervert. Shouldn't be very surprising. But you know what's funny about Joan Jett? As she gets older, she looks better. She was in that, they did that movie about the Runaways, that 70s punk group with the other girl. And the girl that played Joan Jett was the one from that vampire series. And the only reason I know that is because I had to look it up. And she plays the best Joan Jett, just kind of, hey, man, I'm Joan Jett. Hey, man. He's alive. He has to be alive. He's probably just off the grid for a while. I mean, the guy can't afford to even take a piss, let alone post a video. And who cares, honestly? That's what I love this. Scarlett Johansson, thank you, my man. And she's a weird chick too, but who cares? She's smoking hot on the screen. That's all I care about. Okay, we're past the 1 hour point, and I did promise those guys I would get off at the 1 hour point. And Popeye and Eric are going to take over now, and I'll go listen. And I do appreciate y'all showing up for this, because this was a show with no agenda except to explain why this happens and how annoying it is. So if you haven't subbed to the channel and you're part of the channel normally, please sub. And if you want to come on to the channel in the future and pick up a spot on the channel, please do. I do appreciate your being here. I never ask for money. I never ask for anything, just thumbs up and views. So that, it keeps me motivated to do stuff. Otherwise, I'll just stop. the blonde chick on checkout 12 at the supermarket. Certainly wasn't here. I promise you that, because I went through the checkout counter at Robinson's a little while ago to get distilled water for my daughter, and the chick was helping her Robinson's supermarket buddies get their groceries, and the guy kept having to go back and get something else. I'm like, really? Is this what we're going to do? Douche. Can you give me load? Can you give me load, please? I'll go talk to Rona, see if she can go get a load for me. All right. Baguio's Baguio Life. Eric Stang and Popeye will be on next. They should be ramping up right now. Scarlett is a full-bodied lady, and she knows how to move her parts, doesn't she? Fazio incident? Hopefully not. All right, guys. Thanks a lot. We'll see you on the flip side. If I'm around tomorrow, we'll do Beer Friday of some sort. If not, I'll try to be on Saturday for Riff Raff Radio and host it. Either way, choose. We'll see you later.